Today, I'm Mystery Hunters. I'm going up a mountain to investigate some very spooky lights. Raya?
Oh, sorry. And I'm gonna make things move using mind power. And Doubting Dave is gonna help me. Plus, he'll fire up the Mystery Illustrator.
One night I saw these weird things appearing on my ceiling.
So you really think you can move those things?
Uh-huh. Using psychokinesis. PK for short. And I'm about to demonstrate it.
Good job, Mariah. Good job.
This is Uri Geller. He's a psychic from Israel. He's famous for bending spoons. He says he does it using only the power of his mind. I obviously didn't get anywhere on my own, but I found a place that can help. This is the Toltec Center in Berkeley, California. Now behind this door, there's a very different kind of class going on. These people are all here to master the Force, to focus their minds so hard, not even a metal object can withstand their will. Is it really possible to bend spoons, knives, and forks using only the power of concentration? Hi, I'm Raya.
Have a seat.
This is the place to see if I have what it takes.
So what's the difference between the spoon you're holding and yourself?
Heather Ash is a spoon-bending guru.
It's metal.
It's metal, that's good.
She holds the secrets to help anyone bend metal.
If we can look at the spoon on a molecular level, so we can go down to all the atoms and the energy of the spoon and myself, what you would really see is there's not a lot of difference, actually. But if you say, I want this to happen, and you really put it out strongly, then all the little molecules in the universe are going to do a dance to help make that manifest for you, to help create that for you. And it takes practice.
All right, yeah, I think I'm ready now.
You ready? Okay, let's go. So we're all going to stand up. Okay, so put your hands out in front of you for a minute. This is your spoon or fork. Flex it so you get to a sense of what it feels like. Good, and everyone close your eyes. We're going to start doing this meditation. So I want you to imagine that there's a huge sun over your head, bright, beautiful sun above your head. So really imagine that sun, be flexing your spoon really gently with that bright heat energy. And you're still pulsing and you're increasing the energy in your hands now, bringing that light really brightly into the hands, really brightly into the hands. Now imagine that you can put that light into your fork or your spoon.
After focusing our energy in silence, what happened? I don't know, I didn't really feel much. I just kind of went like this the whole time. And I was thinking about it, but I didn't feel any changes or anything.
Do you feel anything at all shift?
Yeah. But other than that, nothing.
Okay, we're going to do a completely different one this time. And the one that we're going to be doing this time is about becoming an animal. This is a great way to raise energy. So when you become an animal, you want to think of the biggest, fiercest, ferocious animal that you can think of.
Then we chant.
Bend, 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 bend.
And in the end, look what we got.
How did you do that?
There are mysterious lights up here on this mountain in North Carolina. People have reported seeing lights moving on Brown Mountain at night for about 800 years. Some people say they're ghosts, others say they're aliens from outer space. There's even a native legend about them. It says the lights represent supernatural beings that hypnotize people so they can get lost deep in the woods. Then they hear someone or something laughing at them. Thousands of people come up here to try to see the famous Brown Mountain lights for themselves. Not many succeed. But when local investigators captured this on video, some people in the area started to wonder, could this be life from alien spacecrafts that have landed? Do you guys believe in the lights?
Yeah, I believe in the ones up at the peak, but down near the river, no.
Yes, I believe in the lights.
Yes, I believe in them.
Have you ever seen the lights?
Yeah, I've seen them most in a line down near the river.
Yes, but it was just a quick glance.
What do you guys think the lights are?
I really think some are aliens up near the peaks, and the ones down low near the river are really just like a bunch of high school kids thinking they're funny and trying to fool us.
I think they might be aliens, like what he said, or just spirits. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I've tracked down 2 guys who've actually witnessed the lights and caught them on videotape. This is Brian and Josh from Lemur Paranormal Investigations.
It's the League of Energy Materialization and Unexplained Phenomena Research.
Our team's very proud of the footage we captured of the lights. I knew that we'd captured something really remarkable.
Did you think you were going to be abducted by aliens?
No.
No. We've never seen any aliens up here yet.
I mean, what do you think they are?
Well, one of the reasons we're so fascinated by the lights is because we don't know what they are. We've addressed lots of theories, but all we can really say is that they're certainly out of the ordinary.
Will you guys take me to the spot where you filmed the lights?
Let's go.
It'll be dark soon. Perfect time to hunt for some spook lights.
Hi, I got an email from 10-year-old Rachel Boudreau of Newmarket, Canada, and it's kind of freaked me out a little bit. Shut up! Take a look on the Mystery Illustrator.
Dear Doubting Dave, one night I saw these weird things appearing on my ceiling. I turned on the light, but there was nothing. I went to bed and it stopped. I thought it could be my imagination, but it wasn't. My mother said she saw them too. What is moving around on my ceiling?
Well, Rachel, what you're seeing on your ceiling is most likely just shadows. But don't be embarrassed. Some of the greatest minds in history have been startled by shadows.
Sir Isaac Newton, Abraham Lincoln, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi. And shadows in your bedroom can be especially sneaky. If there's a lot of light, like during the day, shadows are crisp and clear, and it's easy to tell where they're coming from. But if there's only a little light, like what comes off the moon at night, shadows are fuzzy and blurry, and you can't tell what's making them. A bear could just be your dresser. A Martian could be your t-shirt.
In fact, entertainers make shadows look like something they're not all the time.
I can make my hand look like a bird. Or even the extremely difficult bunny rabbit.
But Rachel, if you're still worried about the shadows, bring a flashlight to bed.
Then, if you see something scary, you can just zap it with the light. Huh? Or you can run.
Mystery Hunters Weekend!
If you ate a spoon of mushy carrots and any wish in the world came true, what would you wish for?
I wish for a rocket ship.
Meet Henry.
Hi, I'm Henry Wiggins.
He knows all about being careful what you wish for. Join Henry and all his friends on their adventures in Henry's World on Discovery Kids.
Here at the Toltec Center in Berkeley, California, we try to bend metal by channeling our mental energies. And look what happens.
Oh, how did you do?
So what did it feel like when it started bending like that?
It just got really, really hot. And so it got so soft that it could just bend.
What did you think? Did you think it was more physical or more mental?
Half and half.
You know, one thing, I did a spoon bending class for a group of people once. Some of them were metal workers, and they used fire to bend the metal. And what I did is I showed them a couple of these spoons, and they couldn't believe it. And they said from all the work that they've done with metal, that shouldn't be possible.
So did you feel it was your mind that was making it twist?
A little bit. A little bit of force, a little bit of mind.
It started to get really, really soft. And I just, once I flexed it, it just moved down really fast.
It's unclear whether we're bending the spoons with our minds or muscles. Some of the cutlery we were using had been bent before. Was this making it easier?
This one was already bent when I picked it up, so I bent it back. And when I started, it bent really easily, but then once I got about here, I had to use more mental.
I couldn't bend the blade, and the blade is very flexible, but I couldn't bend it because probably it was fresh out of the packet. So it still had the stiffness from the factory.
And what about me? I got a bend. Did I demonstrate incredible psychokinetic powers? At the beginning, I was trying to really force it, and then I kind of let go a little, and it started to bend by itself a little. I don't know, the first 3 times we tried it, I didn't feel anything. I didn't really get anything out of it. And then I guess this time when we were roaring and all that stuff, it got me, I'm not sure whether it psyched me up and I just started bending it by force or not. I think maybe that was it, I don't know.
That's pretty fun.
You can see that a lot of us got some incredible bends. But is there something else at work that none of us can see? I was wondering if I could keep this as a souvenir.
Sure, of course.
This investigation isn't over yet.
The Lemur paranormal investigators are taking me to the spot where they filmed the Brown Mountain spook lights. Joshua and Brian were right here when they recorded the Brown Mountain lights. I wonder what or who is up on that mountain.
Here's the infrared camera we used that night.
I'm definitely gonna use this. Our eyes in regular cameras only see a tiny bit of the light waves that are really out there. But some cameras, like Josh and Brian's camcorder, are equipped with infrared technology to see in the dark. Hey, my mini DV camera has infrared too. And it even has something called super night vision for picking up things even on the darkest nights. So if there are aliens walking around up there with high beam flashlights, we should see the outlines of their skinny bodies. Well, they'd probably be skinny, right?
Beyond description is the secret mission perpetrated by these strange creatures from another world.
Hey, what's that?
This is a sensitive meter that can pick up electromagnetic fields, radio waves, microwaves, and we're using it here tonight because we found some strange energy fields in this area before.
What do you think it is?
At this point, we really don't know what it means. This is a non-contact thermal gauge, or a fancy thermometer. And what it allows us to do is take the temperature of an object at a distance instantly. Want to give it a try?
Sure.
Here we go.
The trees read 36 degrees. What would happen if you'd aim the thermometer at the lights?
Well, infrared energy accompanies a great deal of heat, so that's a good indication the lights might be producing a lot of heat.
Tonight, we're not picking up anything moving around up on the mountain. Any luck?
No, but we have to be patient. All the years I've been coming here, I've only seen them appear twice.
It seemed to many in the spoon bending class that they made these things happen with their minds. But is there something else at work?
Okay. Oh, I was wondering if I could keep this as a souvenir.
Sure, of course.
That was wild. But I want to find out more about what happened in there. Hey, what do you make of this?
I think you should have waited for the ice cream to thaw a little more.
I didn't bend it with ice cream. I bent it with my mind.
I can do that.
Doubting Dave?
Must be my lazy eye.
Don't worry about it. And anyway, I didn't actually bend this spoon with my mind, but I did go to a class where they show you how to do it.
Is that what they told you? They were bending them with their minds?
Well, yeah, at least that's what they said.
Part of keeping an open mind is looking for alternatives. I'll show you what I mean. 2 toothpicks. Now, watch the toothpick on the end. Jump.
Whoa.
Now, do you think I did that with
Mind power.
Well, that's what it looked like, but I don't know.
Well, I'll show you how it works. Let me just get you some toothpicks.
No, that's all right. I'll just watch.
Fine. Here's how it works. All right, take 2 toothpicks. Hold one just above the table like this. Then lean the other one against it. Now here's the important part. Look where the tip of my second finger is. It's behind the toothpick, and I'm pressing my nail against it. Actually, the little bit of skin just below my nail. So, while everybody is paying attention to the toothpick on the end, you press against the other toothpick with your second finger. Then you pull your finger down just the tiniest bit. The toothpick will hop over your cuticle, which, while virtually invisible, will still make the other toothpick jump away.
Cool. But how does that explain how people bend spoons?
It doesn't. I'm just telling you there are ways to make it look like you're doing something psychic even when you're not. And nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever bent a spoon using mental powers with scientists watching.
So you're saying it's a trick?
I'm saying it's a lot of tricks. And maybe, like the toothpicks, you weren't looking in the right place at the right time.
What about the other students?
Well, take a look at the tapes. Without even realizing it, they were pretty much bending the spoons with their hands.
To a lot of us in that class, it seemed like we really bent metal with our minds.
Yes, because I probably couldn't do this physically.
But some scientists say suggestions by others,
You have the ability to manipulate, to change what you thought was solid.
or even what you wish for, can influence your mind to move your muscles, and you won't even notice it. And metal gets soft when it bends, allowing us to make all kinds of crazy shapes. And what about the most famous spoon bender of all? How does Uri Geller do it? He's bent spoons to entertain audiences, but never to prove it to scientists. And a lot of professional magicians think it's nothing but a magic trick. But they've never proven that either.
All right. I'm curious to see what you learned in the class. Betty, cancel my 1 o'clock.
Tonight on Brown Mountain, we're not picking up anything moving around up there. But Josh and Brian believe they have all the proof they need to show that the Brown Mountain lights are more than just a spooky folk legend. Just what did they capture on video?
Now I'm gonna go see a man who knows the night skies better than anybody, and he's seen the lights too.
This is Dr. Caton. He studies stars at the Appalachian State University. You must have heard all the stories about the Brown Mountain Lights. What did you think when you saw them?
Well, they seemed pretty mysterious at first, but then later I came to find out that the lights that I saw down here were just traffic on a road down there, and the lights that we saw out here were probably airplanes lifting off from a regional airport.
But the lemur investigators don't agree.
Well, there are no roads up here for cars, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, there are some trails that four-wheelers drive on, but it's sort of easy to rule out headlights from those because they move in very predictable ways.
And you don't see them traveling across the ridge at these great speeds.
What would you say if I told you I had the lights on tape?
Well, I'd say I'd like to see that tape in my lab.
Well, what do you think?
Well, clearly there's some lights there, but I rather doubt they're extra bright flashlights being waved by E.T.
What do you think it is?
I think we should consult Sky.
Sky is a computer program that Dr. Caton uses. It shows what the sky looks like over Brown Mountain at different times of the year.
Well, Christina, let's look at the summer sky first.
These are stars, right?
Yes, and you notice there aren't many bright stars visible in the summer sky.
But most people have reported seeing the spook lights in the fall.
So you see, on a cool fall night, you have 17 of the 50 brightest stars in the whole sky seen rising above the horizon at Brown Mountain, offering plenty of opportunity for stellar mirages.
You mean starlight that plays tricks on our eyes?
Exactly.
So that's what Dr. Caton thinks the Brown Mountain Lights are. A mirage, an optical illusion. A trick of light that gets played on our eyes. I found an example of a mirage in the video vault. Have you ever been in a car driving along a road on a hot day and the air looks all wavy? You see what looks like puddles of water, but it's just an optical illusion. It happens because the hot pavement heats the air just above it. That creates a layer of hot air underneath cooler air higher up. The temperature differences actually bend the light coming from the sky. So, what you're really seeing here is weird-looking light from the sky that looks like it's coming from the ground. Right, Dr. Caton?
That's right. And in the same way, we could have layers of warm and cold air at Brown Mountain that bend the light from stars back up into your eyes, causing the kinds of lights that people think they see.
So whether you believe it's aliens coming to kidnap you or just a cool special effects with the stars, you'll probably have to wait up here a long time before you're lucky enough to see the Brown Mountain Lights for yourself. Or maybe not. Here's my ride. Catch you later. Still trying to move them with mind power?
Yeah.
I don't know why you bother. It can't be done.
Are you sure? Remember, things aren't always what they seem.